Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you had a good week, even though last week was pretty tough for crypto holders and crypto traders, but hope you got through it well. And hope you're having a great start of the weekend right now. All right, it's been a tough week, I know, but that doesn't mean that you should not enjoy your weekends or that your entire life should be ruined, I hope. But in this video, I'll tell you about Dogecoin. All right, so for those of you who are interested in Dogecoin and potentially taking some trades, we'll talk about some levels. If you're holding Dogecoin and you want to know what to expect, we'll talk about that. So let's get right into it. And I wanted to start off with a bit of a recap of what I said in the last video, right? So after the crash on Monday, what happened is that Dogecoin fell into the previous range right here between 25 cents and 21 cents. Let's keep it at that. I mean, it's a little bit of a strange range. As you can see right here with spikes down below and spikes above and then some fake outs, etc., etc. But the value area high and the value area low, so well, basically the value area since that price action in July is between 25 and 21 cents. So that's the main level. Broke back into that on Monday. What I said back then, I made a video on Monday or on Tuesday morning, to be fair, is that I did expect us to retest that level at 25 cents. We left a massive fair value gap there, aka an imbalance, but it was also the top of the range, and 25 cents is also a critical level for Dogecoin psychologically. And we had the 30-day rolling VWAP there, but what I said is we're going to test that, and then based on the reaction to that retest, we can either get some sort of a reclaim if the market really had some bullish appetite, or we're going to push down lower. And what you can see is that we spiked into 25 cents, but we got such a strong rejection that we instantly started to rally down lower into the previous month point of control, aka a high liquidity zone around 22.2 cents. And that's basically where we are right now. We actually did find some relief there. We were able to briefly reclaim the 90-day rolling VWAP. Not for long, but the question is what's next? And what's next is always a difficult question to answer. But for Dogecoin, it doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't look great either, right? And that's, I know I'm not saying much with that, but the thing is that the rejection that we had just last week at that 30-day rolling VWAP and at 25 cents is a very good indication that we have reclaimed and that we will be within this range again, right? And then you have to ask yourself the question, it's very subjective whether being back into that range is a good thing or a bad thing, right? Because we have found strong support at the previous month point of control. I would say that a local bottom for Bitcoin is quite likely, but on the higher time frames, I'm not certain whether Bitcoin has found its bottom. We could still drop down lower. So when we're putting that in perspective for Dogecoin, I would say something that looks most likely is a further recovery, potentially into the monthly POC, so another high liquidity zone at 24, maybe 24.5 cents. But I definitely don't see enough strength, neither in the market, but also not for Dogecoin, to break above that. Right, so what that would then mean is that we would head into that level, grab some liquidity, reject, and then ultimately drop down into 21 cents. And then there, I actually do think we'll be able to hold that as well, right? So that's then positive again. So short term, I'm positive. Long term, I'm relatively positive because I do think we'll be able to hold this range. But medium term, I do think that we're going to drop down lower. Ultimately, I think Dogecoin has reclaimed back into the range. I don't see any fundamentals neither for the market at this point of time. That can change. The market can turn around for sure. And if that happens, I'll let you know. But I see no fundamentals with the market or for Dogecoin specifically to expect a bullish breakout. I also don't see those same things for a bearish breakout. So I think we're just back into the range. We really accepted back into the range. So it's most likely that we're slowly going to head to the bottom of the range around 21 cents before finding some relief there. Those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know regarding Dogecoin for now. So hopefully that helps, but at least for now, have a great day, have a great weekend, and stay safe. Bye.